Part 1, Understanding PepsiCo Beyond Cola. Good day everyone. In this session, we are going to examine PepsiCo through the Business Model Canvas framework and understand why this company remains one of the most powerful players in the global food and beverage industry. At first glance, many people still think of PepsiCo mainly as a cola company. However, that view is too narrow. PepsiCo is actually a large-scale branded consumer goods business built on beverages, snacks, distribution power, and portfolio diversification. To begin, let us understand why PepsiCo is strategically important. The company does not depend on one product, one brand, or one consumption occasion. Instead, it participates in many daily demand moments. A consumer may buy Pepsi in a convenience store, Lay's for a family gathering, Gatorade after exercise, or Quaker products for a more health-oriented need. That means PepsiCo is not just selling products. It is managing a system of brands that appears across many parts of daily life. This is exactly why the Business Model Canvas is such a useful framework here. It helps us see how the business creates value, delivers value, and captures value. Rather than focusing only on the product, we look at the full commercial engine behind the company. In PepsiCo's case, that engine includes customer reach, product breadth, channel strength, brand power, and disciplined execution. A simple example makes this clear. A smaller beverage brand may have one attractive product, but PepsiCo brings a full commercial package to market. It has multiple brands, broad shelf presence, strong distributor relationships, and the ability to serve both take-home and immediate consumption occasions. That wider structure gives PepsiCo resilience. As we move to the next part, we will examine why PepsiCo's business model is so distinctive and how its first key blocks begin to explain that advantage. Part 2, Customer Segments and Value Proposition. Now that we have established the importance of PepsiCo, let us look at the first major logic behind its business model. What makes PepsiCo different is that it competes through a portfolio strategy rather than a single brand strategy. A retailer is not dealing with only Pepsi Cola. That retailer is dealing with a much broader platform that may include Lay's, Doritos, Gatorade, Mountain Dew, Quaker, and several other brands serving different needs. This leads us to the first two business model canvas blocks, customer segments and value propositions. On customer segments, PepsiCo serves a mass market, but not in a simplistic way. It reaches everyday consumers, younger trend-driven buyers, health-aware customers, families, and also commercial buyers such as retailers, food service operators, wholesalers, and vending partners. That combination matters because PepsiCo is serving both the end user and the route-to-market partner. On value proposition, PepsiCo offers much more than taste. It delivers familiarity, convenience, product choice, availability, and trust. That is critical in fast-moving consumer goods because many purchase decisions happen quickly. Consumers often choose what they recognize, what is easy to find, and what fits the moment. A family shopping in a supermarket may want a large take-home pack. A teenager in a convenience store may want a cold single-serve drink. PepsiCo is positioned for both. This is where the portfolio model becomes powerful. One company can meet refreshment needs, snacking needs, hydration needs, and more value-sensitive needs through different brands and pack formats. That reduces category dependence and broadens household relevance. So, the key takeaway from this part is simple. PepsiCo wins not because one product is strong, but because the company creates repeated relevance across multiple customer groups and consumption occasions. In the next part, we will look at how PepsiCo reaches those customers and keeps them coming back. Part 3, Channels, Relationships, and Customer Fit. Let us now move into channels and customer relationships, because even a strong product portfolio cannot win if it is not visible, accessible, and repeatedly chosen. In PepsiCo's case, distribution is not a support activity. It is a strategic weapon. The company operates through modern retail, traditional retail, food service, wholesale, vending, and digital commerce. That means PepsiCo is present in supermarkets, neighborhood outlets, entertainment venues, restaurants, and online platforms. Why is this so important? Because consumer demand does not happen in one place. Someone might buy a multi-pack in a hypermarket on the weekend, a snack in a kiosk during the day, and a drink in a cinema later in the week. PepsiCo's channel strength allows the brand to stay close to these demand moments. That improves not only sales volume, but also brand memory and market share protection. Next, consider customer relationships. PepsiCo builds these on two levels. First, it connects directly with consumers through advertising, sports tie-ins, cultural campaigns, promotions, and digital engagement. Second, it works with trade partners through merchandising support, category advice, promotional coordination, and retail activation. This dual approach is essential. Brand building may create desire, but in-store execution converts desire into actual sales. A practical example is useful here. Imagine PepsiCo launches a limited edition seasonal flavor. Marketing creates awareness online and through media. At the same time, retail partners place the product in prominent displays and link it with promotional bundles. That combination improves both trial and repeat purchase. This same logic also appears in the value proposition canvas. PepsiCo creates fit by understanding customer jobs, pains, and gains. Customers want trusted products, easy access, suitable price points, and options that match different moments. PepsiCo responds with broad product choice, reliable distribution, stronger brand familiarity, and multiple pack formats. With that in mind, we are ready to move into the next part, where we will examine how PepsiCo monetizes this model and what resources and activities make it work at scale. Part 4, Revenue, Resources, Activities, and Cost Logic. In this part, we look at revenue streams, key resources, key activities, key partnerships, and cost structure. Together, these blocks explain how PepsiCo turns strategic positioning into commercial results. Let us start with revenue streams. PepsiCo earns from beverage sales, snack and food sales, food service and away-from-home sales, and premium or innovation-led mix. This matters because not all revenue plays the same role. Beverage sales often strengthen visibility and presence in high-frequency consumption moments. Snack sales add portfolio balance, expand household penetration, and improve resilience. That is one reason PepsiCo's model is broader than many pure beverage competitors. Next, consider key resources. PepsiCo's most important resources are not just factories or trademarks in isolation. Its real strength comes from the combination of category-leading brands, a wide manufacturing and distribution system, strong retail relationships, and organizational know-how across marketing, sales, R&D, procurement, and supply chain. A challenger may copy a product idea, but it is far harder to replicate shelf access, consumer recognition, and operating consistency at scale. Then we come to key activities. PepsiCo must manufacture efficiently, execute supply reliably, build brands continuously, innovate fast enough to stay relevant, and manage trade execution with discipline. In fast-moving consumer goods, a great campaign is not enough if the product is out of stock, badly priced, or poorly displayed. Key partnerships also matter. PepsiCo depends on retailers, suppliers, food service operators, logistics partners, and marketing collaborators. These partnerships shape product quality, market access, promotional effectiveness, and cultural relevance. Finally, cost structure reminds us that this is a high-investment business. Raw materials, packaging, manufacturing, logistics, marketing, promotions, people, technology, and R&D all matter. The objective is not simply to be cheap. The objective is to spend productively while protecting brand strength, service quality, and margin discipline. In the next and final part, we will compare PepsiCo with Coca-Cola and close with the company's main advantages, risks, and strategic recommendations. Part 5, Competition, Risks, and Strategic Direction. We now come to the final part of the lecture, where we connect the full model to competitive positioning. The most useful comparison here is PepsiCo versus Coca-Cola. Although both companies are global consumer giants, their business models are not identical. PepsiCo is built around beverages plus convenient foods and snacks. Coca-Cola, by contrast, is more beverage-centric and more concentrated around drink brands, concentrate economics, and bottling system strength. That difference has strategic implications. PepsiCo gains broader retailer relevance because it competes across several aisles and multiple demand occasions. Coca-Cola often benefits from tighter beverage focus and deeper concentration in liquid refreshment. In simple terms, PepsiCo competes with a broader basket, while Coca-Cola competes with stronger beverage concentration. From here, PepsiCo's competitive advantages become clear. The company benefits from a diversified portfolio, strong retailer relevance, powerful global brands, wide distribution reach, cross-category resilience, and commercial flexibility. Those strengths reinforce one another. That is why PepsiCo can remain important across different price tiers, customer groups, and usage occasions. At the same time, the company faces real challenges. Health and nutrition pressure can affect demand for sugary drinks and processed snacks. Commodity and packaging volatility can squeeze margins. Competition from Coca-Cola, private labels, and local brands can intensify promotional pressure. Retail concentration can shift bargaining power toward large customers. Operational complexity also increases because PepsiCo manages many brands, formats, and geographies at once. So what should management do? First, keep strengthening the snack and drink portfolio logic that differentiates PepsiCo from Coca-Cola. Second, invest further in zero sugar, hydration, portion control, and better-for-you innovation. Third, sharpen value architecture through pack sizes and price ladders that protect both affordability and brand equity. Fourth, improve data-led retail execution so that promotions become more precise and less wasteful. To conclude, PepsiCo is not simply a cola business. It is a portfolio-driven commercial system that connects products, brands, channels, trade relationships, and consumer moments into one integrated engine. That is the real lesson from this canvas. When we study PepsiCo through the business model canvas, we see not only how the company works today, but also why it remains highly competitive in a changing market. Thank you, and that completes the session.